Alright, good morning everybody. We're up here in Challis, Idaho this weekend riding the Harden Yankee Fork event. It's a 3-day ride he's putting on this weekend. Today is day 2 actually. I rode yesterday, day 1. Day 1 was like 40 miles. But I had some camera troubles. Did some videoing, but it came out bad, so we'll just start again today. I lost my other GoPro even yesterday. My GoPro 10 was on the back of the bike and it left me. So today is going to be 70 miles of some, dang, what the hell? Today's going to be 70 miles, Jeep trail, 2-track, 50-inch trails, and some single track. We'll have a trail lunch, and then another.
Oh God, that was cool.
Well.
Hey, who's dragging your feet?
This is our 3rd start of the day. Alright, like I was saying, doing a little Idaho trip. Harden's putting on another event. We rode his event in Caliente, Nevada, and it was pretty awesome, so we came up here to ride this one. This one's a little further away from my house. It was like a 13 or 14 hour drive, but should be a good time. I'm trying to get out of the dust this morning, so we keep stopping and starting, trying to alleviate some of the dust, let some people get ahead, but I don't know if it's working. Visibility is pretty bad right now. We get better when we get spread out. I think they said there's about 125 riders on this one. Events are pretty good. Well, we rode yesterday 40 miles, just kind of a warm-up ride. Today will be 70 miles if I ride the A-loop, and they'll have a trail lunch for us at some lake. Should be pretty cool. So we'll ride 40 miles this morning, then lunch, and then the rest in the afternoon. Supposed to be riding up. Yesterday was mostly Jeep trails like this and some 50-inch trails up to some old mines. It was really cool. Today there's supposed to be some really nice single track, and I'm looking forward to that. Here we go again. It's going to be a long day if we keep doing this. This is the 3rd time that we've stopped for the dust. Look at that, we're already getting out of the dust. Look at that. Just got to keep moving. Beautiful up here. Beautiful. It's a lot like Colorado. Those type of trails, that kind of scenery. Really pretty. Yesterday the group was so spread out I wasn't really riding near anybody. It was nice. I ended up pretty close to the back of the group yesterday because I stopped to help some guys trouble getting the bike back up, so I got my tow strap out and we stood up on the road and we were able to pull him back up onto the road. Worked out pretty good, but not that this is a race or anything, it's just a ride. But ended up back at the back of the group. I don't really want to fall back too much today because I want to get a good break at lunch. They said they're going to be pretty selective about who they let ride the A loop this afternoon. So this morning everybody's riding the same track, A and C riders, and then in the afternoon the A riders are going to take a different trail. And I want to see if I can do that, but I'm going to need a lot of rest because I'm pretty out of shape. This is the first time, yesterday was the first time I rode this bike in 5 months because I pulled a tendon in my elbow and was out of action for a while. Pretty much the whole summer I couldn't ride. And I wasn't exercising or anything either, so I'm just completely out of shape. So I think I'm probably pushing it a little bit. Yesterday was a 40 miler, a little bit sore from that, not too bad. And today, if I do the A ride, it'll be a 70 mile, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel at lunchtime, we'll see. I mean, if the trails are like this, but we do have some single track to ride. So these Scott Harden rides, I rode the one in Caliente and rode all the A trails, but it wasn't anything super technical about it. It was just long. This might be the same. He's given us some pretty good warnings about the A loop this afternoon. He's saying it's pretty hard, so maybe we'll find out, but then maybe we won't, right? Maybe we'll be doing the C loop, I don't know. You okay?
Yeah, just the dust, you don't can't see the line.
Yeah, all right, good. I'd like to bring my four-wheeler up here and ride it around a little bit. There's some really nice trails up here. Look at this, flowy, beautiful trees. changed my back tire to a 140. Still a gummy tire, but a 140. I don't really notice any difference on this kind of ride. I know it gives you I'm running a plushy moose, so it should give me a lot bigger footprint for traction, but you know, I like to run the V33S, but those have a pretty big lug, the 1-inch knobbies, so they tend to get a little bit of tread deflection when they're new. Once they break in, they start gripping really well, but when they're brand new, the knobbies will tend to fold over and not get as good a traction. But I ride in the desert quite a bit, so I like the deep knobbies because I ride a lot in the sand and the pea gravel, and they're really good for that. On this stuff, this hard pack dirt, they're a little slick when they're new. It's a lot like Colorado here, huh? Meeting some really nice people up here, I guess. Like I said earlier, there's probably 125 people on this ride, I think, that signed up. Everybody's pretty cool so far. Haven't met any jerk balls yet. View, holy crap. Yesterday I lost my GoPro that was on the back of the bike. The mount broke and my leash broke, so I must have hit something. I don't know what it could have been, but it hit something. And then my helmet camera had a battery problem, and then I got it working again, but the screen turned sideways on it and stayed that way the whole ride. Yeah, I know I could edit that out, I guess, fix it, but I don't feel like it, so. We're just gonna delete that video from yesterday and we'll just post this video. Still Guy in front of me in the overalls, he's camping out next to me. He's a pretty cool dude. Riding I think the only Kawasaki on the whole ride. I haven't seen another green bike yet. Losing his armor. Trying to pace myself a little bit. It's hard not to want to try and keep up with these guys. Not saying I can, but you know, you want to try. And then hey, dust. Can't see the. You want to try and keep up with everybody, but I don't want to wear myself out too early doing that. Well, looks like that's it for that trail. This is the road with a lot of traffic on it. GPS. I don't need the GPS, I guess. I just like to follow my tracks, and then I satellite this shit out, and then my wife can watch what I'm doing on here, so she can see where I'm at. Just kind of cool. Alright, now we're on the McKay single track. Not a lot of single track on this ride, a lot of flowy 50-inch stuff, but this is the first part of it, first single track we've been on here. Enjoying it. That was all right. They said that was the worst part of it, was just at the beginning there, so looks like it's just going to be a nice flowy single track through the trees. This would probably be awesome to ride if you weren't in a big group, you know. You weren't eating all this dust. You could see a little better. It'd be awesome. Wow, this is awesome. Look how smooth this trail is. Oh, tree root. Something must be difficult right there, I guess. Time you get there, it'll be like somebody ran a rototiller up there. nice in here. You know, a lot of you guys are out there saying this is just normal riding, you know, these trees and stuff, these kind of trails, but you don't get this in Nevada. So, you know, I used to live in Colorado and I used to take the mountains for granted. Now that I live in Nevada, I wish that I went up there more. Still recording. We'll see you at the end. All right, we had quite a big break there. We're back on track. They're letting people go one at a time through here. They don't want you passing. They're really trying to mitigate dust and stuff, so no passing, no. You gotta stay with the group you were let go with. That means just me, because I got no group. Nice and cool up here today. Might even be in the 60s, I don't know. It's a little chill in the air still. I think it's about 10 o'clock in the morning right now, so we've left camp at 8. So we've been out here for a couple hours. Leaking pretty bad. See, I'm already catching up with this guy. the brake there on accident. To stand up and stepped on the rear brake. You all right?
No way! No way! Shit!
Well, I couldn't come out here without falling down.
It's just a little slick. It's not all the way slick.
We get off our bikes and help you, but
Yeah, I can't.
you know.
I gotta get off my bike anyways now.
God damn it, come on.
It's just been each other all day in this day. And right now, it's fucking killing. It fucking hurts. On a scale of 1 to 10.
30 miles in, 17 on the sea loop. Anyone else using this one?
Nope. Oh, I cut in front of you. I thought you were going over there.
Nope. You're gonna use the self. Hope you use the self for full service.
What can's yours?
Yeah, it's buried. It's that one with the hardly fuel in it though, so it should be light. Yeah. Oh boy. Ooh, it's nice up here.
Yeah, it feels good, huh?
Yeah.
It was chilly on that little fire road.
Yeah.
I got down and my arms were just like bricks. You got a valve on here?
No, it'll just dump. But I probably have enough to go. I'm just gonna do the C route, so yeah. All right, here we are at lunch. Go down and get a hot towel and eat some lunch, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the day, folks. I'm gonna turn this camera off. So I can pack all this stuff up. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.